Okay, welcome to your deep dive. Today, we're going to explore something, well, pretty fundamental. It's this sort of invisible architect, shaping how you move,
Yeah.
perform, maybe even why you get injured.
Absolutely. It's often completely overlooked. We're jumping into this idea of timing, mostly drawing from Terence J Hughes' new book, Invisible Injury.
Right.
And our mission really is to unpack this elusive thing. Why is it so critical for avoiding injury, yes, but also for just performing better?
So timing and movement sounds simple enough, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But the book, well, it makes it clear it's really not. It's more like the orchestration
Yeah.
when things happen.
Exactly. When and for how long?
And how you transition between actions.
Yeah.
And Hughes seems to be saying poor timing isn't just like a side effect.
No, not at all.
It could be the actual root cause of a lot of injuries.
It's the core argument. The book breaks it down, showing timing isn't just speed, not just fast or slow. It's got these specific elements, like initiation.
Initiation.
No, but that's the exact moment a movement, or even just a muscle firing up, begins.
Like hitting the gas just as the light turns green, not before, not after.
Perfect analogy.
Right.
Then there's duration, how long you hold that muscle contraction, or keep doing that specific action.
Okay.
And transitions are huge, too, those little micro moments, pausing, speeding up, slowing down between bigger movement.
Like shifting your weight, that tiny instant.
Precisely that instant, yeah. And finally, synchronization.
Synchronization.
Getting your body parts working together like a team, but also, crucially, syncing your internal actions with the external world. What's happening around you.
Right. The environment.
Yes, and the book really emphasizes this isn't just gears turning. It's tied into, well, what you might call movement intelligence.
Movement intelligence.
Yeah, like how you sense timing and rhythm, yours and the world's, how your brain decides the best timing, how you adapt that timing, on the fly if things change.
Look, payoff.
Efficiency. When timing is spot on, movement is just smoother, more efficient.
Okay, technically that makes sense. But let's get concrete. How does bad timing actually lead to, say, a knee injury?
Hughes gives some really good examples. Think about jumping and landing, a common one.
Mm-hmm.
If the key muscles, the ones meant to absorb the shock, don't fire with the right initiation.
So they're late to the party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or maybe their duration isn't right. They don't stay contracted long enough to control the landing. What happens? The force bypasses those muscles. It just slams into the joints, knees, ankles.
Wow. So it's not that the muscle isn't strong enough, maybe. It just wasn't active at the right microsecond.
That's often the case. Precisely. Or think about those transitions again.
Okay.
If you rush changing direction cutting or pivoting the tissues, your ligaments, tendons, they don't get those vital milliseconds to prepare for the load shift.
And pop or strain.
Leading to strains, sprains, yeah. Disrupting your body's natural rhythm forces it into these awkward, less efficient patterns. Over time, that just increases wear and tear.
What really struck me is this idea that timing is often the first thing to go.
That's a key point.
You might still feel strong, you might still be flexible, but under stress, or when you're tired, or even just feeling pressured, your timing gets shaky.
That's a critical takeaway from Hughes, definitely. Imagine trying a complex skill when you're totally exhausted.
Yeah?
Your ability to time things just right, that breaks down before your muscles actually give out completely.
Nah.
And that initial timing breakdown, it just cascades. You lose control and the risk of injury shoots way up.
So understanding this isn't just theory, it actually shows a way to maybe build more resilience.
Exactly, a pathway. The book even talks about how you can train this, how you can actually improve this often ignored aspect.
Oh, what kind of things?
Well, it suggests working on things like rhythm and cadence, finding and maintaining a consistent internal beat,
Okay. Like a metronome inside.
Sort of, yeah. Developing anticipatory timing that's getting muscles ready before the impact or action, pre-activation.
Right, anticipating.
Improving recovery timing, too. That's about consciously controlling how you slow down, how you rest between movement.
And syncing with the environment.
And enhancing environmental synchronization. Absolutely. Like reacting better to uneven ground or catching a ball. It's about making your whole timing system more robust, more adaptable.
Okay, so wrapping this up then, looking back at this deep dive into invisible injury and timing,
Right.
What's the big takeaway?
I think if we look at the big picture Hughes is painting, the core idea is that timing and movement, it's absolutely foundational.
Foundational.
Yeah, and it's often the weakest link, the most vulnerable bit, especially when you're under pressure. Its failure seems to be a primary driver of breakdown. of injury.
And just recognizing that connection, this invisible element, means you can maybe shift focus, look beyond just strength or endurance training.
Right. Build movement that's truly resilient, truly adaptive.
It's not just how much force, but when and how precisely you apply it.
Couldn't have said it better. That's the essence.
So here's something for you to maybe mull over after this deep dive. If this invisible timing is so critical in your physical self, and it's the first thing to wobble under stress, where else in your life, maybe your workflow, how you make decisions, even how you talk to people, could invisible timing be playing a huge, maybe overlooked role? Something to consider.